I want to dedicate this video to a Manchester City legend, a Premier League legend, someone that is at the very heart of Manchester City. He gets the club, he gets the fans. It's Bernardo Silva, and the disrespect that this guy has received over the course of this season has been nothing short of disgraceful from some of the fans at Manchester City. Bernardo Silva is one of the most technically gifted players I have ever seen. The way he gets out of tight spaces, the way he maneuvers, the way he works so hard, the grit, the determination, the tenacity, the aggression, the way he bleeds blue. It's everything you want from a footballer, from a midfielder in a Pep Guardiola system, and that is why Bernardo Silva is Manchester City's captain. He knows the club inside out. He knows Pep Guardiola's system inside out. He is Manchester City. He's the face of this football club. He's the face of this team. It's no secret that since Bernardo Silva's joined Manchester City, he's been one of Pep Guardiola's favourite footballers, and that isn't because some blind bias, some blind loyalty. It's because Bernardo Silva is the perfect footballer in a Pep Guardiola system. This guy will run miles and miles and miles and miles for Manchester City every time he's called upon. He will give it 100% and more every time he chucks on a Manchester City shirt. And for some reason, some City fans don't want a player like that in the squad. They don't want a dog in the squad who's got the technical ability of David Silva. That's going a bit mad there, but you know what I mean. Bernardo Silva is a Premier League great, and he is certainly a Manchester City great. He's in the pantheon of greats with Kevin De Bruyne, with David Silva, with Yaya Toure. Bernardo Silva is of that ilk of player for what he's done for this football club and what he's achieved whilst he's been here, being such a vital role in that. And if some Manchester City fans can't see that he is also a massive part of what we're doing now and a massive part of why we're even second in this title race and not further behind, then you need to give your head a wobble. Because Bernardo Silva has been one of the best players at Manchester City this season. I don't know whether it's because our fan base loves a scapegoat or whether they see that he's not the player that he was. When the results aren't going our way, we want to point a finger at someone. Bernardo Silva doesn't look like what he used to be, so we're going to point a finger at him. I don't know what it is. Some people just want to blame this guy for everything. And it's funny how that's all gone quiet over the past couple games where he's got on the score sheet. He's been a little bit more overtly impactful in games. All of a sudden, people aren't talking about him as much. You know, some of the stuff I was hearing earlier on in the season that's so disrespectful, so derogatory towards Bernardo Silva, you wouldn't have thought that it just goes so quiet that quickly as soon as he scores a goal. But no, this is football fans for you. We are fickle, but we shouldn't just blatantly disrespect someone that has brought us some of the happiest memories in our life. Bernardo Silva has been the most consistent player I have seen since he joined Manchester City. Every week, it's minimum 6, 7 out of 10, and I'm not doing that to do the whole let's not even go there. Minimum 6 or 7 out of 10. Bernardo Silva every single week. You can count on him to do that. Some people might see a Ryan Cherky come in. He's got the flicks, he's got the tricks, he's got the flair. He does what Bernardo Silva used to do a lot more, and he has a few more tricks and flicks up his sleeve. And people want to see him started over Bernardo Silva. People are ready to jump at Bernardo Silva and tell him, we can get this guy out of our club. We don't need him anymore. Well, let me tell you something, right? Bernardo Silva is so integral to this squad now. Not in the past. You know, I'm not just making this video about what Bernardo Silva was. I'm saying Bernardo Silva is so important now. I'm not just making this video glazing Bernardo Silva of what he was in 2023 when he scored those vital goals against Real Madrid. You know, when he was ripping up Bayern on that right wing. I don't know if people forget that Bernardo Silva's actually club captain at Manchester City. That means on the pitch, he brings leadership. He brings experience. He brings a champion's mentality. And I don't know if people realise how vital that is when you're in a title race. When you're in a title race, if you don't have those winners, those people who have been there, done it before, and got the trophies to prove it, got the medals to prove it, if you don't have those players in your team, where are you going to show that fight from? That fight we saw at Anfield where Bernardo Silva gets on the end of Erling Haaland's pass and scores a goal. That fight to then go and pick the ball out of the back of the net, bring it back to the centre circle and go again and go and get another goal. If you don't have these players in your team and you're only full of young players that haven't really done it before, they've still got time, they've still got a career ahead of them, where's the level-headedness to keep everyone calm, take people under the wing, help people out? Bernardo Silva is a senior member of the squad in a team full of very young players. This is a sliding doors moment right now. We're in a period where these players are learning a lot. They've learned a lot over the past couple of weeks. They had a rocky time against Bodo Glimt. They had a rocky time against Manchester United. They struggled against Spurs massively. And now the momentum is with Manchester City. The wind is in our sails. So this team is learning a lot. But a massive part of that is leaders on the pitch, people that can guide these young players, take them under the wing, help them learn the system. If you don't have the likes of a Bernardo Silva in the squad, how can you fast track the development of certain players like Ryan Cherky to understand the system? Pep Guardiola is the manager, he's a figurehead. He's not a player on the same level as these young lads. Pep Guardiola can coach as much as he wants, but at the end of the day, when you've got a senior player that's telling you these things that can guide you on the pitch, Pep Guardiola isn't there when he crosses that white line. When Ryan Cherky crosses that white line, Pep Guardiola isn't there to hold his hand, but Bernardo Silva can take him under his wing, he can teach him the tricks of the trade, and he can tell him how to operate in a Pep Guardiola system. And that is just one part of what Bernardo Silva brings to this team. And then you talk about the miles, and then you talk about the tenacity, then you talk about the ability to wind the opponent up and get in their head, because Bernardo Silva does all of those things better than anybody else at Manchester City. He's a battler, he's a fighter. He'll be nibbling at your ankles, he'll be winding you up, he'll be whispering shit in your ear, and he'll be pissing you off all game. That's what Bernardo Silva does. So listen, the hate on Bernardo Silva has gone a little bit quiet, and it's great to see. We need to maintain a level of respect for the people who have been at our club, who have delivered us so many happy memories. We need to maintain that level of respect, no matter if we're going through a tough time, no matter if their legs are going a little bit because they're aging. Let's still look at the good things that they bring to the team, especially someone like Bernardo Silva, who's been such a good servant to the club. When people try and tell me that Bernardo Silva's legs have gone, that he needs to leave at the end of the season, he's slowing down, he's losing the ball, I'm saying, well, Bernardo Silva's here, Bernardo Silva's there, because Bernardo Silva is everywhere on that pitch. And he will fight for this team and he bleeds blue. So if that isn't someone that you want in your team, then I don't know who is. Because do you just want flair players that are going to, jog back off the ball, that don't understand the fans, that aren't going to connect with the fan base on the same level that the likes of a Bernardo Silva does? If that's what you want in your team, if you want a hollow team, if you want a team that doesn't have any heart, that doesn't show any champion mentality, then listen, let's get rid of Bernardo Silva, let's get rid of Ruben Diaz. We should have got rid of Kevin De Bruyne earlier if that's what you want. We should get rid of Erling Haaland. We should get rid of Pep Guardiola. If it was up to me, I want Bernardo Silva to sign another 2-year contract extension. I think people forget that sometimes senior players do stick around. They do stay in the change room. Even if they've picked up injuries, they don't play that much. Managers will want them to sign a contract extension so they can stay in and around the dressing room and take people under the wing and show people the ropes. I want Bernardo Silva for that, if not for running miles and fighting for the club. Bernardo Silva brings something off the pitch and on the pitch that we won't even see. So all I'm saying is, all you lot who have gone quiet about Bernardo Silva just because he's bagged a goal, or just because he started performing a little bit better than he was at maybe a certain point in the season, maybe think twice next time when you're going to disrespect a club legend all over Twitter, all over Facebook, all over Instagram. Let's respect the people that have brought us so many happy memories. Thank you lot for watching to the end of this video. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, share and subscribe for more content like this. I appreciate you lot, and I'll see you in a bit.